Namaste, everybody. The Great Reset. I love this topic because it talks about resetting our lives, especially now that we are in this huge pandemic and we don't know what's beyond this pandemic. And that is where innocence, the word innocence comes to mind. All of you must be watching puppy videos and baby videos, and many of you have liked them and forwarded them. We watch hundreds of them. Have you ever wondered what draws us to these videos? Well, it's the sheer innocence that we see in the babies of any species. Pure, pure innocence. And innocence is always attributed with children. They are innocent because they are untouched. Untouched by social lies, social wrongs. They still know how to giggle and squeal. And that is such a fantastic way to release your emotions. You know, we have exchanged giggling and squealing with frowning and tweeting. Children talk incessantly. They talk and never get tired. They are not talking to make a point. They are not talking to hurt someone. They talk because they love to communicate. They also question all the time. All the time it's about why. And we always tell them, no, it's rude to ask questions. They ask us questions like, very embarrassing ones sometimes, like, where do babies come from? Or they point to the television, especially when a condom or a sanitary napkin ad comes, and they say, what is that for? And we say, it's rude to question. Is it? Is it rude? Or are we just embarrassed by their questions? And they are so matter of fact about their questions. Children are extremely resilient. They use trial and error, and they want to learn all the time. All the time it's about, I want to learn this, I want to learn this, I want to touch this, I want to know about this. But we tell them, no, we have to not learn. We have to learn to win. We can't afford to make mistakes. And that is what is the difference between us and the children. Innocence. Have you seen their unconditional love? They don't look at parents as fat or dark. They see parents as somebody to hug, somebody to feel happy with, till we teach them about biases for loving. Children cry. They cry when they are upset. And they also accept our comforting. That is their coping mechanism. While we swallow our tears, we hide our emotions, and we vent them by sharing or forwarding senseless jokes on social media. Giggling, squealing, resilience, questioning, talking incessantly, unconditional love, crying are all the powers that children have. Why not revive the child in us, especially now during this pandemic? Why not giggle sometimes? Why not squeal with delight? We've forgotten all that. And maybe that is why the world looks so stressed, so anxious, so worried all the time. It's time we adopted the powers of childhood. And the power is that of innocence. Think how much simpler it would be to handle stress of this pandemic and beyond. Children have the power of innocence, and we have forgotten about it. Our emotional system needs a serious overhaul as we are stressed, anxious, and worried right now about finances and work and health, etc. Is there a bed available in the hospital? We are worried about so many different things. Children, they have clear minds, rules and grudges. And that is the power of innocence in a child that we all need to learn about. Let's revive, reset the child in us. Let's every day, at least for 1 hour, like we go to the gym or we go for a walk. Similarly, let's squeal, giggle, ask questions, talk incessantly with our friends, our family, and love unconditionally. And see how that is going to help boost our immune system. Because happy emotions, being without fear, all these worries, being innocent releases positive chemicals in the brain. And that's what keeps us mentally, emotionally, and physically healthy. And right now, friends, we may have all the money in the world, but the only thing that's going to keep us safe, healthy, and happy is a good immune system. That's the only thing that's going to help keep us safe. And that is why we need a clear mind, because it will help us think clearly and positively. You see the amount of forwards we see, the amount of fake news we see, and we get worried and we get stressed out. We need to keep a clear mind just like children. We need to stop worrying about the smaller things. Children live for the now, they live for the today, and they live a very, very pure manner of life. And imagine if we were to do that, even for 1 hour every day. Think of how sane that would keep us. And also it's going to help us sleep like a child. You've seen how children sleep. When they sleep, they sleep. And then when they get up, they are fresh, again, happy with their squealing and they are laughing and they are giggling. Very, very important that children give us that little connect that life can also be happy again. So I always love to spend time with children. And that's why I've spent the last 34 years of my life just with children. It keeps you happy, it keeps you young, and it keeps you extremely positive. You must have heard the adage. It says, innocent till proven guilty. Even there, in legal terms, we use the word innocent, because innocent means to be without sin, to be without a moral wrong. So it is very, very important for us, friends, right now, to keep aside our grudges, to keep aside our biases, to keep aside our worries, and to just awaken that little child which never dies in any one of us. It's somebody that we keep on pressing down and say, okay, you're not there. I have lots of other things. I have a lot of adult things to think about. But let's think about the childlike wonder and the childlike awe that children have about life. Every sunset is magic for them. Every sunrise is magic for them. For us, around us, the sun sets, the sun rises. We never have time to even look at it. So it's very important that children have that innocence because they believe in the magic of life, the magic of the everyday, and the magic of every moment. Let's learn this positive outlook from children. We enter children's lives. We teach them biases. We teach them not to ask questions. We teach them, don't laugh so loudly. We teach them, don't talk so much, talk softly. And then we bring a lot of tension in their lives and they forget the innocence of childhood. Today is the right time for us to awaken that child lying dormant for so long in so many of us. Play a prank on somebody. Of course, a prank should not be harmful because a harmful prank is called an accident. So don't do that. Play a prank on somebody, make somebody smile, make somebody laugh. We tend to laugh at others, laugh with others, and then see the glee on our face and see how it translates into our emotions and translates into making us feel empowered that I can face this life too. There is so much depression around us. Children are resilient. Have you noticed that? They bounce back. They cry. Oh, yes, they do. And they have meltdowns. And that's something that we need to learn from them. That why bottle our emotions? Why always keep our emotions within us? Talk about them. If you can't talk to anybody about them, go talk to the mirror. That's what children do. Have you noticed them? They stand in front of a mirror and they make faces and they talk to it themselves. So they find ways to calm down. They find ways to be happy. They find ways to communicate. And that's what we need to learn from children. We need to learn to reset our life with the life of innocence that we can learn from our children. Life would be so much more easier, happier, and innocent if we just watched children every day and just became a child for an hour every day. It's not difficult. Try it. Try to reset your life with the innocence of the life of a child, of the point of view of a child. Because children, in their lovely smiles, teach us so many things. You forget things when you look at a smiling child's face, and that's more important. Things will come, things will go, emotions will range from the extreme to the happiest. But what we need to understand is to cherish life as is today, because today and the moment of today is never going to come back again. And that's what children do. They embrace life and every moment of life as if it's never going to come back. And it doesn't. So let's learn to reset our life with the innocence from a child's life, and then see the difference in your health, physical, mental, and emotional. Because right now, friends, for us to survive this pandemic, to survive all the worries and stresses of this pandemic, all we need is a positive outlook and a smiling face. So let's reset with innocence.